Hey, folks. Let me give you a quick overview of CubeAPM. This is the APM module. I can see list of all the services here. I can see RPM, latency, both P90 and average, error percentage. I can see the health of each service. I can see the health of APIs inside each service. I can see the service graph. It will show me the connection between each service. Under detail, if I go to say payment service, I click on this, and now I'll be able to see the overview of payment service. So inside the service, I can see RPM, latency, average latency, error percentage. I can choose the duration. To default is last 1 hour. I can go as low as last 5 minutes, and there is no upper cap. I can see data for weeks, months, even years if I want to, because we allow unlimited retention. I can filter data by host. I can filter data by deployment version. Now here you'll see RPM. I mean all the red metrics over here at the top, and here I see latency drill down, which shows me what are the core operations happening inside payment service. So where most of the time is being spent. I can see that this orange color component is HTTP external call. Then we have blue color SQL query. Then we have Redis query, MongoDB query. So this way we can see where the time is being spent and trend as well over past duration what we have chosen. Right. So I can see that over here on the right I have the summary as well for each of the calls. Further below I can see RPM, and you see different colors because there was a deployment. So on the left I have 251, on the right 252, and these are your deployment versions. So that way you can see after a deployment, was there a change or is everything all right? Error percentage graph, aptex graph. Below this I'm saying top slow request, and finally infrastructure correlation, which will show me the host wise breakdown for every host from which the service is running. What are my red metrics, my CPU usage, memory usage, etc. To go deeper, I click on RAD, which will take me to the API page. I can see all the APIs. I can hide them over here. I can zoom in. If I do a drag select like this, I'll see data for only this API. I can go back to last 1 hour. I can see this in a tabular format as well. To go into one specific API, I click on this, which will take me to the full page view of this API. So I see the numbers at the top. I see latency roll down here as well, which will show me what are the various external calls which are happening. So I'll be able to see each external call over here. Like I see external call to notify service, which is a service inside Cube demo domain only. And then we have third party service also, like a call was made to Twilio. Then you could also see that a call was made to Google Maps API, and all the DB calls as well. I can see over here. On the right, I can see hits per request, that how many times did these operations happening every time my post even payments API was called. RPM, error percentage graph, aptex graph. Then we have bunch of slow requests grouped over here. I can see top slow request, and if I click, I can see the trace preview here itself. Then I have request with errors. I click on this, I say request with errors, and this 500 indicates that HTTP response code is 500, and the icon on the left means exception. I can click here, see the stack trace. I can click on more info. This will take me to the full page view of this trace. So I get the entire view of the trace. I can see the operation under summary, all the DB calls over here, errors over here, and I can see distributed tracing as well. So if I click on show full trace, I'll be able to see all the services for this trace. If this trace cuts across 10 different services, I can see all of them over here, right? So like in this case, the one in the orange is payment service, the one in the blue is notify service, the one in the yellow is analytics service, right? So that way I can see all of them. If I click on check logs, I can see all the logs for this trace as well. Now let me quickly go to the externals app. So this will tell me about all the external calls. So all the calls I can see over here. This could be a different service or could be a third-party service. I see the numbers, I see the graph on the right. If I go to DB, this will tell me about all the DB queries. So these are the top DB operations happening. I can see the numbers, I can see the graph. If I want to see top slow queries, I can see them here as well. Further, I can filter it by a specific database. Like in this case, we have 3 databases. If I click on MySQL, I'll be able to see MySQL endpoints, MySQL graph, and MySQL slow queries only. And if I click on this will take me to the trace on which this query originated. Errors will tell us about the exceptions, which are grouped at an API level. I see the error type, I see the count graph. If I click, I see the stack trace. I can navigate to the previous one, next one. And runtime will show me the runtime metrics. So if I go to this demo Node.js service, all the runtime metrics like heap memory in bytes, event loop time, garbage collection. And if I'm using a language like Java, I'll be able to see thread count, non-heap memory, and a lot of other details as well. I can filter by host if I want to. And in traces, we have a new section of traces where I can see all the traces over here. I can see all the spans. And I can filter by spans. In fact, I can enable much more fields. I have a lot of fields over here. I can, if you pass any custom field, I can see that also from here. And I can filter by any one of them. It's very, very simple. For example, if I want to filter by say trace ID, I do a right click, click on include in query. If I want to filter by the span ID, or I don't know, maybe anything else, I can do that as well. And on the left also, you'll see we have few common filters, right, which we can enable if you want to. So this is about the APM part. I'll quickly give you a review of the log management part. So these are all the logs for past 1 hour or whatever duration I choose. A list of logs I can see. I can see the count of logs over here. I can see the live logs. If I click on, I'll start seeing all the live logs over here. Right. So these are all the live logs. I can pause. I can switch off the live log. I can see top log patterns, like which logs are most frequently occurring. I can see that like this, the first one occurred almost 3600 times in last 1 hour. Right. And I can filter logs. Say if I want to see all the log of say payment service, right? So that way I have this filter option. I click on payment. This will tell me about all the logs of payment service, and I can do search. I can search by any word. I can exclude as well a specific word. I can enable more fields, and then I can search by other fields. I can search by endpoint as well. That way I can concatenate multiple queries. And if I want to see adjacent log, I click on this. I can see adjacent logs as well. I can download log. I can create alert, download CSV. I can see the query of the log, and we support a query language called Prometheus query language, which is very, very popular. So we click on explore. This gives me the query language, right? And I can create a query. I can create a lot of custom dashboards if I want to. Right. Going to infrastructure monitoring, I can monitor all my infrastructure components. Like if I expand AWS, we cover almost all the AWS components. Then we have host monitoring. I can see list of host. Inside a host, I can see CPU usage, load average as well, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, memory usage. I can filter by a process and bunch of other things. If I go to say MySQL, I can see list of all the SQL hosts. If I click on this, I can see the graph for active connections, slow queries per minute, replication lag, operations, broken into select, insert, delete, and bunch of other things as well, DB size, etc. I can create alert as well. So for example, if I go to say host, I go to any host, I'll see this menu, this is three dots. If I click on create alert, I can create alert. I can put in, I mean, the query is pre-filled already. I can put in condition that alert is triggered when CPU exceeds 80%, or I want a anomaly-based alert. So in this case, alert is fired when the CPU usage goes above or below by 2 standard deviation, or only say goes above by 2 standard deviation. And we support a lot of integration, which is Duty, PagerDuty, Atlassian Jira, Microsoft Teams, Slack, Google Chat. We give you webhook as well, so that way you can tie up with a lot of alert management tools. Right. We have SLOs as well. So under SLOs, I can see the performance of all the APIs. Or if I go to all, I can see performance of all the services. I can put a threshold that this is my ideal response time. It should not exceed this number. But even if it exceeds, I have this budget. But if more than 5% request exceed this number, then we show them in red color, which means our budget has exceeded. So I can see it on a service level. I can see it for last few days, weeks, months. I can see it on API level. I click on the service. I can see API level. I see latency, error, downtime. So that way we have a lot of functionalities over here. Right? I can create custom dashboards. I just need to go to say this. I'll see explore on the right. I'm not able to do it, but yeah. So under explore, we can create a lot of custom queries, create a lot of custom dashboards. Yeah, thanks.